Suzy Ward, channeling Matthew Ward, June 18, 2018. With loving greetings from all souls at this station, this is Matthew. Most of your questions and comments pertain to two situations of concern and distress, and we begin with the immigrants in the United States. This is what one of them wrote: "I really worry about the immigrants. We see every day how the USA president mistreats us with his aggressive rhetoric, and he also has made many legal changes against us. The question is, in the future will there be a favorable change for us? It is sad to see members of our universal family treating others heartlessly even when such may be in soul contracts, and that is not the case with most of these immigrants. So it is with joy that we can tell you that due to public outcry about separating children from parents at the Mexican border, that immigration deterrent policy will stop imminently, perhaps even prior to distribution of this message. We wish we could give equally good news about deportation and asylum request denials, but there is no indication in the energy field of potential that those situations will change soon. However, with vibrations on the rise, they, too, will come to a halt. A positive aspect is, all affected immigrants who did not choose to experience any of those emotional and physical hardships took a leap in evolutionary status, but only after they transition to spirit life will this be known to them. An eventual outcome will benefit a multitude during Earth lifetime. The United States, established by immigrants and built into a powerful nation by the daughters and sons of immigrants and slaves, is the developed nation most severely afflicted by racism and ethnic bigotry. Leadership bereft of empathy and compassion is bringing to light these deep-seated wounds so this country and its residents can heal. Children in very different circumstances is the other matter of most concern. I am a counselor who has worked with many, too many, trauma survivors. Please, I need to know if higher entities are working diligently to end child trafficking and child pornography. These children are made invisible, are seen as expendable and are often murdered, never to be seen again. Let us say first that there is a strong karmic bond between caring counselors and the children they are helping to surmount the traumas they have suffered. In other lifetimes, these souls' roles are reversed. Every child is a part of God, everyone is precious to Him, and His emissaries are in constant service to children everywhere. Although these divine beings cannot interfere with abusers' free will, they can direct intense light rays to strengthen the spirit of children who are being abused and exploited, including those who chose short lives of extraordinarily difficult experiencing so they could rapidly advance to fourth density. When the intense light cannot preserve physical life, beings who may appear as angels accompany the children to nirvana, where they receive personalized care until health in mind, etheric body, and spirit is fully restored. Some of you asked about soul contracts or legal accountability of perpetrators and clients of child trafficking as well as the producers of pornography and individuals committing other crimes against children. While free will choice always underlies those acts, two kinds of karmic lessons to achieve balance may be factors a lifetime that included that kind of painful experience, or prosecution justly deserved but not experienced for commission of a criminal act in another lifetime. Comparatively few of the many thousands of child molesters worldwide have been exposed, most notably the Catholic priests and bishops, sports coaches, training and medical personnel who resigned or were dismissed from their positions and in some cases, incarcerated. The same is happening and with justice applied more swiftly in communities where coaches, leaders of children's organizations, educators, healthcare specialists, counselors, and others are found guilty of accusations about their conduct. These heinous crimes have come into the global spotlight to show the populace how extensive they are and to speed action to purge this ages-old plague from your world. It may be shocking to the collective psyche that child sacrifice and satanic rites is widespread, but the Satanists will become known and an enraged public will end their unconscionable acts. The efforts of Pope Francis and a few cardinals to eliminate Satanism's international headquarters in the Vatican will continue until they succeed in their mission, just as bringing to justice every person involved in sexual crimes against children will continue until every child in your world is safe from predators. All individuals who harm children experience in their life reviews the identical physical pain and emotional trauma they inflicted, and the karma Satanists incur will require many lifetimes of extreme ordeal before balance can be achieved. If the children coming into this world are to be the peacemakers and conscious changers, why the continued abuse, violence, and cruel action against them? Accepting the situations just addressed, most people do not mistreat children and they feel helpless to change the conditions wherein they are sorely mistreated. The millions who are starving, sick without medical care, living in refugee camps or war zones, forced into military troops. The millions providing slave labor in factories. The millions of young girls deprived of education, sexually mutilated or forced into marriage in accordance with cultural customs. The millions of children in the United States who are scared that a mass shooting will happen in their schools. All of those deplorable situations must and shall be ended. The children who will become tomorrow's leaders are highly evolved souls that came in with a strong sense of destiny to eradicate the ills of the world and with the innate wisdom to do this. Inspired by persons who are charting the pathway that in a few years these new leaders will tread, they are well prepared to take on the challenge of ending all conditions that are deterrents to safety, health, education, and shared prosperity for all of the world's peoples. Dear family, Earth's future, already manifested in the continuum, is shining brightly. A reader in the United States wrote, "I'm wondering, is the cabal using mind control on these mass shooters to cause them to do this?" The cabal has no need to mind control mass shooters to act as they do. Their minds have been programmed by the cabal's success in promoting divisiveness in cultural and social issues, and the entertainment industries glorifying kill the enemy. The shooter's deranged mental process that gives rise to the feeling of entitlement to kill does the rest. We have been asked why the numbers of suicides worldwide are growing and what happens to those persons in spirit life, and one reader cited the recent deaths of Kate Spade and Anthony Bourdain. The survival instinct is so strong that the psyche continues to deal with undue stress and depression until that self-preservation mechanism's strength is depleted and the urgency to escape further despair becomes overpowering. That happens to individuals who believe their personal or world circumstances are hopeless or are intensely grieving the loss of someone beloved. A contributor to suicide is the toxicity of chemicals in your water, air, soil, food, and prescription and other laboratory-designed drugs. The toxins reduce brain functioning, deepen depression and cause irrational behavior. Suicide is not a mortal sin, so there is no need for penalty or punishment. We don't know what motivated dear souls Kate and Anthony to end their lives, but we do know they were lovingly greeted and given restorative care in nirvana. The September 23, 2014 message describes the special reception and care. What about the eruptions in Hawaii? What about the horrible weather conditions last winter and the hurricanes and tornadoes that are coming sooner rather than later? Are they man-made? Is HAARP the cause of the adverse weather conditions? Technology that includes HAARP to create natural disasters was last used about 3 years ago in your timing. Volcanic eruptions and earthquakes since then are the domino effects of technological interference with Mother Nature. The Dark Ones still are using weather control technology to produce torrential rainstorms and flooding, drought, tornadoes in unusual locations, winds of remarkable strength, record high and low temperatures. There is a silver lining, so to say, in all of these events. By releasing more negativity than they cause, they are cleansing the planet, and crews and spacecraft use their technology to level out the powerful force of quakes and eruptions as evenly as possible, and they steer hurricanes and typhoons away from the most heavily populated areas. Weather manipulation, like everything else based in darkness, will cease and Earth can proceed without interruption toward a moderate climate globally. Please ask Matthew if he can explain what we can do about Muslims who want Sharia law to be instituted in countries other than those in the Middle East. That Muslims want to institute Sharia law in countries wherever they are living is an Illuminati falsehood to keep ablaze the fires of divisiveness that religions have caused down through the centuries. It is so that some Muslims would like their interpretation of Islam to apply to all people. The same is true of other religions' staunchest adherents. Those attitudes are not aligned with the light, and as vibratory levels rise, the peoples will see the fallacies of dogma and embrace only the spiritual aspects of their various faiths. All radical philosophies and ideologies will fade away as Earth ascends into lighter and lighter energy planes. How do we fight the dark, shadow, cabal government? I'm tired of signing petitions. I want to kick some buttocks. We understand your desire to act more forcefully, but light is the only weapon that can fight the dark ones. By generating light via thoughts, feelings, and way shower deeds, you are helping the peoples awaken. What more is needed to hasten the awakening? Education, illumination, enlightenment. False information abounds, and truthful reports like Pizzagate are called fake news. 9/11 was an inside job, a few families do control the world's wealth, and there is a shadow government, but anyone who says so is labeled a conspiracy theorist. Most people don't know that the global economy is simply countless computer actions backed by thin air, or that aberrant weather is technologically produced, or that history was written by individuals who omit what they don't want to admit. Sharing that information with others and suggesting that they give it some thought plants seeds that can bloom as awakened individuals who become deeper thinkers, soul searchers, and generators of light. That is how the dark, shadow, cabal government is fought, and defeated. Now then, a word about petitions. The energy you put forth in reading and signing those for causes you deem worthy not only increases their effectiveness, but the laws of physics that govern life in this universe intensify that energy and direct it wherever on earth light is needed. Please continue to sign petitions. Beloved brother and sisters, you volunteered for a monumental undertaking, helping Earth's civilization turn their third density world into a world of love, peace, and harmony with nature. All light beings throughout this universe honor you for this service that uplifts the entire family of souls. Whatever happens anywhere affects everything that happens everywhere, and as Earth's civilization evolves, all others do, too. Love and peace. Suzanne Ward. Website, The Matthew Books. Email, suzy@matthewbooks.com. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Click the bell icon at the top of the page to get notified when I post a new video. Please give this video a thumbs up. Universal Channeling. Channeling the conscious universe.